Hello to the three people who are watching this. So here I am. It's my second day in Chicago, and I thought that I would make a video about what I've done. Let's see. I guess we'll start with the plane ride over, which was kind of uneventful. But it did get delayed, and I thought, fuck, I'm not going to get here until, today. But it didn't, and that was good. But it struck me as I'm, sitting in the airport. There are no smoking signs everywhere. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I understand that some people, lived through that age where you could smoke on a plane. Well, there hasn't been smoking on planes for, 30 years? 40 years? And past that, there's hasn't been smoking on a plane for at least 30 years. How would you get matches or a lighter to the plane to start smoking your tobacco purchase? Because you can't take it through security, and you can't buy it in the airport, unless I missed that. So that was confusing. I think maybe we should just take those off. Even if you smoke, even if you wanted to smoke on an airplane, you can't. So, yeah. Let's see. So I got here, and let me just say that if anyone has seen the news about the snowstorm and you think it's overblown, it's not. It is in no way overblown. There is snow everywhere. And some of the walkways are cleared. Some of them. I fell on my ass more than once. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of it. It's just hanging out there. So, the next thing I did was I went to the Art Institute. And so I am right outside the Art Institute, Chicago. The lion looks sad, probably because there are icicles all over him. But here's the building, and I'm about to go inside and see some art. Art. Before I comment on any of it, I always want to say that going in has made me realize how very little I know about art. Very little. But the first thing that I went and kind of sought out was the Van Gogh exhibit, or the Van Gogh, or the Van Gogh, or however you pronounce it. I don't know. And they didn't have much there. They had a couple of his early works and one pretty famous work that's the painting of his room in the Yellow House he's been in. And it just strikes me how awful his early work is. And it's just my opinion, but it's pretty bad. I did not enjoy it. It just looks like everything else. And it's got that good, thick paint, he's almost carving out what he wants to show you, but it's not until, and I'm sorry to say, it's not until he kind of starts failing at it and, I assume getting into that deep depression that his good stuff really starts coming out, and it made me sad. Anyway, it was really great. I love seeing his paintings, especially up close, because you really don't get the texture and just that, the mound. You don't really get to see that mounds of paint on them just from a print. So the next thing that I saw that kind of struck my fancy was Georgia O'Keeffe. And Georgia O'Keeffe, I believe, is very famous for the paintings of flowers that look like female genitalia, which were never really something that I got into very much, but, were very surprising or shocking, I guess, at the time. But she did a lot of other stuff that's very, I don't want to say expressionist. It's turn of the century Art Deco, kind of 1930s Art Deco. And it's really good looking, some really cool pieces. And that was cool. And right next to that was Hopper, who is very famous in Chicago, and there's a lot of places that he's painted that you can actually go visit. Not that I'm going to do that because I'm exhausted. But yeah, and it's funny when you go and see paintings how large usually they are in comparison to what I think, because I'm sure all of you have seen them online or in print form where they're usually reduced, and the painting of the diner he did is huge. It's huge. I didn't expect it to be that big, but it's huge. And it's nice to go up and look at just the amazing detail. The woman in it is a lot older than I ever thought she was. And, yeah, it's really great. So, yep. And I'm not a huge architecture fan. Like, I like it. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's kind of interesting. A lot of it is boring. Sorry. But I can see living here why you would really get into it, because there's some design that it's making a strong case for me to become an architect at this point, just visiting this city. So, well, I'm gonna go take a nap and then go meet a friend for dinner. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Farewell from the windy, snowy land of Chicago.